Barbados, one of the most idyllic destinations in the Caribbean, where there's always friendly company at hand and exceptional cuisine to be sampled. This is where the Barbados Food, Wine and Rum Festival comes in. Apart from highlighting this destination's outstanding reputation for great food, some of the world's top chefs and wine and rum experts are featured from around the world. On this edition of Caribbean Passport, we're going to give you a taste of the action.
Beautiful, exciting, historical, eye-opening. Barbados. This island's popularity as one of the world's premier tourism destinations stems not only from its undeniable physical appeal, but also its variety of attractions, proud culture, numerous activities, and its well-preserved heritage. It's a product that continues to develop, thanks to a strong spirit of innovation when it comes to creating attractions such as museums, historical properties, and wildlife parks.
There are a number of things that one can do, the experience that you can have when you're here on vacation. And of course, integral in that experience would be the encounters with the local population. That element of our vacation experience, a key brand element, the friendliness of our people is something that we hear about constantly. So there's no doubt that that is certainly a key aspect of the Barbados tourism product.
Barbados's cuisine scene has also enjoyed a growing reputation for its top-class quality, with its restaurants being recognized internationally. This culinary status provided the inspiration behind the creation of an event that celebrates all that is great about the island's food and drink offerings, along with its outstanding restaurants, and lays it all out for everyone to enjoy. Yes, we're talking about the Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival. Staged annually during the month of November, Barbados Food and Wine and Rum is graced by celebrity chefs, features several exciting cooking demonstrations, and comprises a series of events that highlight a variety of cuisine in different social settings. For a truly down-to-earth vibe, there are celebrations such as Oistins Night, when lobster and other seafood occupy the grills, staple sides are served up, and one can just relax with the residents of this vibrant community.
It's Oistins, it's where everyone goes to feel free, to let go. You get your plantain, sweet potato, breadfruit, tossed salad, coleslaw, you even get your steamed vegetables, you get your okra, your steamed fish. Then as our fish, you get the red snapper, blue marlin, dolphin, swordfish, flying fish, chicken, pork, Creole shrimp, shrimp kebabs. You can also have the lobster, and then you get the taste of all the sides.
At the other end of the spectrum, there are exciting events such as Late Night at the Beach House and Ambrosia that focus on a pulsating higher-end atmosphere that still manages to place mouth-watering cuisine front and center.
Ambrosia is my favorite event because I get to try a lot of different foods. I get to sample a lot of different wines. I like the rum. Everything about Ambrosia is great.
It's a whole different experience when you're here on the island and you get to meet the people and see the culture and just get in the mix of what goes on every day. And it's really about loving food and drinking here. And I love that fact that, I'm here at a festival that really I'm just trying to reach out to the world and let them know that, when you're going out and you're going on vacation or you're looking for a destination spot, don't overlook Barbados because it has a lot of big flavor and the people care about their food, they care about the culture.
I just love to interact with other chefs. I come from Europe. I have got the possibility of knowing and discussing several things with local chefs, Caribbean chefs, and American chefs. So, come on, why not? It's absolutely beautiful.
The selection of different events at Barbados Food and Wine and Rum is astounding. And every year, a major effort is made to keep the wheel turning with new schedules and new events being created annually. When we come back, a look at the organization of the Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, and more exciting and colorful events that set this celebration of great cuisine apart.
Looks amazing, doesn't it? But don't worry, there's still time to book your ticket and set your appetite in motion. The 5th edition of this festival will be staged from November 20th to 23rd.
Within a relatively short space of time, the Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival has developed into a premier fixture on the Caribbean's culinary event circuit. There is definitely a lot that goes into the organization of Barbados Food and Wine and Rum. The ball starts rolling almost as soon as one festival comes to an end, with the focus quickly shifting to putting things in place for the following year's event. Once again, the fact that Barbados has established itself as an attractive culinary destination serves as a solid foundation.
Food and travel are two sides of the same coin. You either travel somewhere and you discover the food, or you go somewhere because of the food, and I think that happens in Barbados all the time. I love coming here because I have some of my favorite places and favorite foods that I want to eat, yet I know every single time I come here I'm going to discover something new. We're very particular about where we will host any kind of a food and wine, and in this case, rum festival. So Barbados is obviously a beautiful destination, but it also has to be somewhere that has interesting culture and food and agriculture. And the chefs like coming here because they want to cook with fresh products.
The appearances by the world's top chefs is one of the top draws at this event, and some are definitely impressed by what they witness.
It's growing every year. More local chefs are involved. It's getting more popular both in the States and in Canada. People are coming from Europe as well, even Ethiopia, which makes me very happy. I think it's very unique in the Caribbean. It's a very, obviously great setting, but to have this festival will definitely put Barbados on the map, not just for the beaches, but also for food, wine, and rum.
It's a huge win-win. I get to come to a country I've always wanted to come to. I get to see and learn a new culture. I think the best food in the world is when you take a classic preparation or a classic style and you call it your own, you adapt it to the taste of the locals.
I like the fact that it's quite diversified and a bit of spice, sometimes not always spice and everything. So it's nice, yeah. The herbs and the ginger and things like that, they actually are stronger than the one we get in Europe, stronger in flavor.
And Barbados's unique culinary styles and offerings certainly do leave an impression on the chefs that participate in this event.
I love the Bajan rubs, and I love your hot sauce. I love the Bajan hot sauce. To me, it's the best. Yours is milder. You get the sweetness of the pepper, you get the heat, but it has all these beautiful layers of flavor. So that's something I take back with me every time I go.
The really excellent brown sugar. First of all, I love the texture of it. And second of all, I love the depth of flavor that it has. It's not just sweet. It's like you taste it and you're like, oh, sugar. And then you're like, kind of just keep the flavors keep building in your mouth, and you can tell that it's real local sugar.
Ever popular cooking demonstrations have allowed patrons to interact with the chefs and receive some important tips in the process.
So what's going on here? Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful things happening. We're just gonna get a little crust on the bottom of those lobsters, and we're just about done with these guys. So a little chiffonade basil, so we roll it up. Nice long strokes. So we're cutting pretty ribbons of this. We are definitely not crashing on top of it. It would make our basil black and not beautiful and get all wet, and it takes away all that is good about basil. As you're cooking, should you be tasting your food? Absolutely. And how should food taste? Is that a question? No, your food should taste good. If it doesn't, there's something wrong. So what do we do then? We fix it. If you don't taste your food, if you don't know it's tasty, how it's tasting when you're cooking it, you're doing the, I hope it comes out all right method of cooking. And that's not how we roll. That is not cooking like a rock star. That is not owning your kitchen. That is not how Amber Al rolls, and I know it's not how any of you roll. So we taste our food. Our food should taste good. Oh yeah, it does.
If you have a fired surface with a steel tray over top of it where you can really get fast heat, like intense heat, you get little brown marks on it, that's the perfect taco. And then coriander, lettuce, you want to put a little bit of lettuce leaf in, and just for added crunch and texture and volume. Very, very simple. Can be microgreens. Actually, with a taco, iceberg is probably your best bet.
Another element that makes Barbados food and wine and rum so special is the fact that it is an island-wide celebration, with events staged in a variety of locations across this destination, including Bridgetown, where a visit to the district designated as Sizzle Street is a lesson in local culture, thanks to the various souvenir and craft items on display, along with a selection of different types of wines. And why not have a big bash to end it all? The final day of Barbados food and wine and rum is dominated by Beijing Fiesta, where all the best elements of the festival are drawn together in one location. Of course, there was fine food on display, and additional input from the chefs who were on hand.
To me, it's an all-around, very, very nice festival. Lots of flavor, lots of fun, live experience, basically so you can interact with your chef, your food, and the guests that's there.
It's an experience that you yourself have to experience. It is full-on Bajan food. You get to see the local chefs stepping out of the box and making sure that they bring real Caribbean and local Barbadian flavors out.
At the end of the day, the opportunities for patrons to sample the tasty products of these chefs' efforts definitely make it all worthwhile.
Here it's great, you all sit down, it's very formal but friendly, and I've never eaten so much food in 3 hours, but it's delicious, the food's gorgeous. I've not tried this kind of food before, I've been to some great restaurants here, this is great.
It's a wonderful opportunity to really come out and see wonderful people here, see the top chefs, and also see all the local chefs come out and actually compete. I love Barbados, and I always keep coming back.
With such glowing testimonials, it's little wonder that the Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival is an event that continues to grow with each passing year, with the promise of some great culinary offerings for all.